Welcome back to Spring into Math 6. I'm Mr. Stein, and today we're going to talk about prime and composite numbers. Alright, so first, let's look at what a prime number is. A prime number is a number that has only two factors involved in it. And if you notice, there's that word factors again. If you remember, on our first lesson, we talked about how factors was going to be an important role in all these lessons that came after. And there it is again. And you're going to even see it tomorrow again. So when I think about a prime number, I want to make sure I have a good example. So let's look at the number 7. When I look at 7, the only numbers that go into 7 are 1 and itself. So 1 and 7. So 7 is a prime number because only 1 and 7 go into it. All right, so that's what a prime number is, where only two numbers go into it, 1 and itself. Let's look what a composite number is. A composite number, and if you think about the word composite, you might hear the word composed in it. And composed of means it has multiple things. And that's what a composite number is. A composite number has multiple factors that go into it. So, and when I say multiple, I really am just meaning more than 2, more than 1 in itself. So let's look at the number 8, for instance. When I look at 8, I know 1 and 8 because 1 and itself always goes into the number. But then we have 2 and 4. So now it has more than just the two factors, so it's a composite number. So mostly when you get up into bigger numbers, you're going to have composite numbers. There's only a few that are really prime. But it's important to remember the distinction between prime and composite numbers. And a good hint for composite numbers is that every number, with the exception of 2, that is even, is a composite number. All right, so let's do a little bit of practice so that we make sure we really understand the difference between a prime and a composite number. All right, so our first question is, if a number has more than 2 factors, what is it called? What is that kind of number? So it's going to be a composite number. Our second is, what operation is associated with factors? And this is an important question. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, everything we've been doing essentially has been multiplying, with the exception of divisibility, you're probably on the right track. And the answer is multiplication. So our last one is, let's explain why 13 is a prime number. So when I look at the number 13, if you were to think about, remember those rules of divisibility, does anything go into 13 except 13 and except for 1? And I can't think of one. It's not an even number. If I add the two numbers together, it's 4. That's not divisible by 3. Doesn't end with 0. It's not going to work. So when you look at it, 1 and 13 are the only factors of 13 making it a prime number. All right, that's going to do it for today. Check back tomorrow when we're going to tackle prime factorization.